Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, there we are. Oh, and the YouTube's already rolling, Bob, before we officially start here. Purple Lemon says, hey, Bob. Vixus, Bobbert, and Heather. Hi, Bob. Count Panic. Yes, Bob, let's see if we get some mics going here.
Okay, can you hear me?
Keep talking.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yep, you're on 3.
I'm on 3. And our guest?
Test. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He's on 2. Okay, perfect. And with that, Bob?
Oh, hey there, children of the night, and welcome to Bob After Dark, the show that takes you into the shadows and goes and says hello, everything that goes bump in the night. I'm your host with the most that enjoys toast, Bob, and alongside of me, as always, is my ever wonderful, ever vampiric, ever cape-wearing, and forever the heartthrob of Bob After Dark, the non-cape wearing.
I'll tell people about this.
My friend, my brother, my producer, Count Panic himself. Oh, hey there, Count Panic.
Oh, hey, Bob. Oh, that's not the screen I want to cut to. Let's see if I can cut it this way. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Hold on, let's see. There we go. That's the screen I want to cut to right there. I don't know what that was.
Are you sure?
Yes.
'Cause on my screen, it's not you.
That's weird. Can you see me on the screen right now, everybody? I don't know. Let me refresh this. Just making sure.
It's on that one, but not that one.
It's on that one, but not that one. Let's see.
Right?
I can't see you.
Okay, yeah, there's people there, and Heather also says hi, Steve. I think the YouTube's a little bit maybe sometimes delayed, so don't be alarmed by that too as well. If you're
Can the
listening.
people see you online at least?
They can see me here. 'Cause
Okay,
I'm
that's
popped up
good.
here, but it's a little delayed, I think, for them. But Bob, the cape has gone missing.
The cape has gone missing.
Now, I usually keep it in a drawer here at the studio. The drawer has been missing. Therefore, the cape has gone missing. So there's a mystery to be solved here, and we will solve it.
You have had that cape. That cape has seen, like, at cons. It went to Riot Fest with you.
Where did it
And
go?
I don't know where it went. We just got here and it's gone. So, late night WJOP people, please return Count Panic's cape, please.
Should we put like a missing flyer out for it?
Oh, wanted flyer.
Yeah.
Where's this man's cape?
Yeah, we'll find it, Bob. We'll find it. But in the meantime, great to be back here on another episode of Bob After Dark. The phone lines are also open, 219-845-1100.
If this is your first time ever watching or listening to an episode of Bob After Dark, we are your weekly show where we talk about legends, lore, and supernatural things that go bump in the night, lights in the sky, weird cryptid stories, and of course, Count Panic's favorite color chalk to draw hopscotch squares with.
Blue.
Good.
You?
Blue is my favorite color, so that's what I'm going with.
It stands out on the sidewalk.
And coming back for a second week in a row is the rotating co-host here on Bob After Dark, my brother and friend, pro wrestling superstar, paranormal enthusiast, paranormal investigator Steve Michaels joins us once again. Oh, hey there, Steve. Welcome back to the studio.
Oh, hey there, Bob. It's good to be back.
It's good to have you back. How's it going?
It's going great. This is 2 weeks in a row. It's been a while since I've gone back to back on the show.
Absolutely. So what's your favorite color chalk to draw hopscotch squares with?
Plain white.
Oh, okay.
Plain white. Yeah, it's classic.
That's
It's a classic
classic.
one.
There you go. I, after so many years of doing that bit, sometimes you run out of questions.
I didn't notice.
You didn't? Oh, I gotta come up with a whole new list.
When was the last time you did hopscotch, Bob?
Oh my God, 30 years.
We should try it again.
I'd break both my ankles.
Hey, Panic, can you bring the chalk in that I
Get the
gave you
chalk.
earlier? We're just gonna
On the table.
we'll just do it right out of.
I would break both my ankles, probably sever my tendons, and tear my quads.
see someone ruptured both their quads.
Playing
do the old McMahon, but on hopscotch. Classic Bob.
So we can't start the show without the Count Panic's weekend update. Count, what'd you do this past weekend?
This weekend, Bob, was a good weekend. Very restful. I feel like I say that every week now. It's been a restful weekend, but nothing too crazy, Bob. You know, try to enjoy the weather when I can, but it gets a little cold sometimes for the old vampire, and I got to go back inside. But hopefully, there are warmer days ahead. Vampire is like a little warm.
You and I did something last week.
Yeah, we did with caller John.
Caller John, we went out, shout out to, do they still sponsor the station?
Big Frank's, yeah.
Yeah. Well, shout out to sponsor WJOB Big Frank Sausage for having us for St. Joseph's Day.
Yeah,
At
St.
Pierogies
Joseph's
and
Day. I mean,
potato pancakes.
they still had corned beef and cabbage. I think they officially ran out. They order a lot this year, but they officially ran out, I was being told. But Big Frank Sausage there in East Chicago, Roxanne neighborhood. They sponsor the station, of course, and Stan Stefanski, a big fan of Bob Anderson, Bob After Dark. He likes the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Steve, what did you do during this weekend update?
What did I do this weekend? I shined my belt up quite a bit. Keeping it nice and shiny.
It looks pretty shiny. I mean,
is.
we don't know by the next time you come back if you're still going to have it.
Whoa.
No, I'm going to stop you there, Bob.
Smack.
Look,
Okay.
I hate that disrespect from you. We've known each other a long time, Bob.
No, there's no disrespect. I'm just saying, like,
I was on your first Bob After Dark show here on WJOB.
I remember. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying there's disrespect. I'm just saying there's always the possibility.
You think I'm going to lose to that little
I-
creep that
I
called in
didn't
last show?
No, I don't think you're going to lose to that little creep
Yeah.
from the last show. And I didn't call you a creep. I'm exactly just directly quoting him. I am an unbiased third-party journalist.
Barely. But, okay.
Meltzer, I am not. Bob After Dark, I am. Talk about
Yeah.
monsters, Dave Meltzer. I
Yeah,
challenge you.
You're looking at a real monster right here, Bob. I'm not. This is no Northwest Indiana Bears kind of fake thing. Okay, this is.
Oh, the heat.
This is a real Chicago Bear you're looking at.
Yes, I look. I'm just talking again. Dave Meltzer doesn't talk about cryptids. I probably should stay out of professional wrestling, even though I'm a big professional wrestling fan in part of my life. But
I mean, you would do Meltzer's job better than he does it.
ooh, that's a hot take.
That's not a hot take at all.
Dave Meltzer, if you're listening to the show, you can call in
Oh, I wish he would.
219-845-1100. Call in Dave Meltzer.
I wish.
When
I
was the
wish
last
he would.
time he ever covered the Chupacabra on his publication?
When was the last time he said something that was true?
Oh, jeez. Okay, moving on. So what else did you do during this weekend other than shine your belt?
When you say it that way, it sounds real weird, Bob.
You shined your belt. You have
I
a
did.
championship belt from
I did.
Ooze Championship Wrestling.
It is. I shined up my Unify Heavyweight Championship belt, my Unify World Championship belt, and I made space for the Corona Premier Intercontinental Championship belt that I'm also going to bring home on April 2nd after defeating that little creep, Don Lee Jr.
Oh, my word. All right. So, with that being said, are you ready to dive into the show?
Absolutely.
All right, before we begin, all jokes aside, folks, there is something very important going on right now. And you guys can read about this in the show notes below in podcast land and in live form. Steve will give you guys the quick link. But this week we're going to be talking about some Hawaiian lore. But I want to talk about something serious right now, and that is Hawaii's under a lot of nasty business right now. So all pro wrestling business aside, the show's dedicated to all the people in Hawaii that are suffering currently from the flooding and the natural disasters that are going on. It's getting pretty serious. Steve, you have a charity that you already have picked out that you want us to talk about.
Yeah, I was. Again, all gimmicks and character and all that aside, I've been very fortunate for the past 4 years now to be working consistently in Hawaii, in Honolulu, on Oahu, for Oos Pro Wrestling. It has become one of the true privileges of my career to work there and to work for all the people on the islands. And and now to represent the people of the islands here with this title. The islands have been hit with some really bad storms, caused a lot of flooding, on the North Shore, a lot of rain coming down from the mountains, and we want to help raise some awareness for that. So if you're so inclined, I just lost the link, Bob. I was talking too much.
It's okay. You'll get that brought up, and we'll make sure that it's.
The Hawaiian Community Foundation.
The Hawaiian Community Foundation, folks.
They're doing a lot of good stuff to help out the people of the island, to help out all the locals. If you feel so inclined, please, we'll throw up a link.
It'll be on the show notes. Yeah.
Yep, it'll be in the notes. Please, it would mean a lot to me personally. If you have any extra money, I know money's tight for everybody right now, but if you can, please donate just a little bit and help out the people of the island. They could use it right now.
Yes.
We have well said, Steve. Vixus says, worst floods in 20 years. Then you should be covering it more. Beautiful Hawaii. And Steve, I didn't want to bring this up because after that moment, but to your previous remarks, Don says simply BS.
Yes, Don's in the chat, by the way.
Of course he is. I said it last week, and I mean it. It's very clear that I'm in Don's head. He is now actively watching every little thing that I'm doing.
You did call him out on national radio and podcast world last week.
I did. That's true. But the fact that he is back tonight, the fact that he is watching this again, Don, buddy, kid, dude, get a life. Okay? Steve Michaels is here. Steve Michaels is trying to make some of his money. This is what Steve Michaels does to make money outside of holding this beautiful championship. So quit trying to mess with my money, Don. And why don't we just keep moving along, Bob?
Sounds good, folks. So Bob After Dark is split up into two parts. First part of the show is the weird spooky news of the week. That's where you, the world, and me, the Bob, go on the internet.
Are we still doing that bit?
We did it last week.
I just thought that was a one-off kind of. Sorry, go ahead.
One-off. We've been doing it for years.
I know. I just figured that we had. Never mind.
Okay.
Continue.
Back to weird spooky news of the week. It's where you, the fans, and me, the Bob, go scouring the internet for the weird and unusual news articles. Anything from weird advances that borderline on science fiction to ghosts and cryptids making it in the major media. Anything in that kind of sort. Count Panic is not prepared for any of this.
No.
He gets the raw take, and then he gives us this hashtag panic steak based on it. And
Count and I have been out back drinking, so we're while you were doing the research, he and I we were sharing a nice Green River that was left over from last week.
Yes,
The studio Green River.
Green River.
They always keep one nearby around here.
Count, what's the Polish blackberry brandy?
That's the Yeji, but don't confuse that with the Green River.
No, but I was curious if you guys got into the Yeji.
Very different.
I didn't know if you guys got into the Yeji, that's all.
You know Green River, though? Yeji you could find, I think, there's a few bars that have it, but Green River, not too many establishments carry that anymore.
Do you know what? I'll DoorDash both to the studio, and we can just try it on the air. It's fine, right?
It's the week after St. Patrick's Day. Let's try some Green River.
Fine.
Okay. In a million years, you would have never guessed this title of this article. Top U.S. FEMA officer claims to have teleported to a Waffle House before.
I mean, after a couple nights of DoorDash and the hard booze, I've been teleported to Waffle Houses too.
I was gonna say I've only been to Waffle House a handful of times. I think because we don't have any up here in the Midwest. Our version of Waffle House is like Denny's.
Yeah, which is not the same. Can I put over Waffle House really quick? I know they're not a sponsor. I know we got a thing to do.
You could put
but
over Waffle House.
As a wrestler.
You have 10 seconds.
As a wrestler,
Okay.
I need to say this. Look, if you're ever on the road and you're in the southern states, for the love of God, stop at a Waffle House. It's some of the most entertaining meals I've ever had. Some of the best meals. And fun fact, did you know if they're not busy, you can ask them, it's not on the menu, you got to be real nice, ask them to put bacon in your pancake
Okay.
or in your waffle.
You know I'm a vegetarian.
Okay, well, not you, but Panic.
I could put bacon in there.
Panic, you ask them to put bacon in your
Your
waffle.
10 seconds are way up.
Well, what can Bob put in his waffle? That's not
Chocolate chips.
Butter.
You can do chocolate chips.
Just a straight regular old waffle
Really?
with butter. Syrup is garbage. I don't put syrup
Whoa.
in any of
Oh,
that. No.
come on.
Can I get
man.
back to
This
our
is how
news-
Waffle House fights start. What do you mean you don't like chocolate chip?
I do like chocolate chip, but like if I'm having a waffle, I just want waffle and eggs, no chocolate.
That's okay. That's basic. That's basic. You're kind of basic, but that's fine. If that's
Okay,
what you
can I
like.
get back to teleporting?
It's your show.
All right, teleporting is no fun. Greg Phillips picked to lead FEMA's Office of Response and Recovery, he said on a podcast. A far-right conspiracy theorist turned high-ranking official at the U.S. Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, claims to have once teleported to a Waffle House. Greg Phillips, who in December was appointed to lead FEMA's Office of Response and Recovery, has spoken on multiple podcasts about being teleported against his will, CNN reported this past Friday. On a January 2025 podcast appearance, Phillips claimed that his car was lifted up while he was driving and transported 40 miles, or 65 km for everybody else across the world, away into a ditch near a church. And in another instance on the same episode, Phillips said he was teleported 50 miles away to a Waffle House in Rome, Georgia, CNN detailed under the deep dive in Phillips' past public statements. I was with my boys one time, and I was telling them I was going to go to the Waffle House and get Waffle House, and I ended up at a Waffle House that was in Georgia, and I end up at a Waffle House like 50 miles away from where I was. Phillips said on a podcast, Onward, co-host by Catherine Engelbrecht. Phillips added, and they said, "Where are you?" And I said, "A Waffle House." And a Waffle House where? And I said, a Waffle House in Rome, Georgia. And they said, that's not possible. You just left here a moment ago, but it's possible. It was real. But Phillips did warn about the dangers of teleportation. Teleportation is no fun, he said. You know what's happening, but you can't do anything about it, and so you just go, and you go with the ride, and wow, what an incredible adventure it is. Waffle House is an iconic U.S. diner chain known for being open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Craig Fugate, who led FEMA under Barack Obama, once said that Waffle House can provide insight in the level of seriousness of disasters. If you get there and Waffle House is closed, that's really bad, and that's where you go to work.
That's the Waffle House scale.
That is a real thing.
That's a
the way.
very real thing.
This kind of goes on. They talk a little bit more about like conspiracy theories, and we're going to skip that part. But
Sounds like you had a neat Friday night.
But in essence, by the way, shout out to our pal Chuck, station engineer, studio engineer. I think that's his title around here, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Chuck. Shout out to Chuck for this news
He
story.
fixes things.
And Chuck is our studio engineer at the end of the day.
This is all a part of his plan. The studio.
So that's our story. Hashtag Panic's take.
Yeah, Bob. I don't know. This one's kind of a weird to take. Steve, he might have just had a little too much to drink, I think, there. But if you're going to teleport somewhere, why not be Waffle House? So good for him.
Hashtag Steve's take.
Yeah, did you know there are actually certain items that Waffle House are not allowed to make via corporate edict? You cannot get a pancake at Waffle House.
Well, yeah, that makes
They're
sense.
forbidden.
Yeah, I get that.
French fries as well. Cannot get French fries
Wonder why.
at a Waffle House.
Hash browns.
You can get hash browns, but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, sounds like he had a really fun Friday, and just kind of.
My personal favorite is, I guess, teleportation is just declassified now. Everybody, we have teleportation. It's coming. It's here. And apparently
But
it only works
if you want to go to a Waffle House,
House.
which honestly is the best use of teleportation I can. If I could just be like Waffle House, and then just open my eyes and I'm in a Waffle House, I want you to know I would be at a Waffle House right now.
That's something we lack over here. We don't.
And
have.
I would come back. I'd bring you waffles. I'd be like WJOB, and then you'd be like, where'd you go? Like Waffle House. I brought everybody stuff.
We need
I
a
brought
Waffle
you.
House.
I brought Panic his chocolate chip, and I brought you your basic plain waffle.
We have our first caller on the air.
Do. Let's see if I could do this here. I'm hitting the talk button.
Do you have hot sauce on your desk, Panic?
There's hot sauce. I don't know why there's hot sauce.
They're not sponsoring the show.
I'm just curious. I just saw it.
It's at the Waffle House. But
Okay, caller on the air. Caller, you're not on the air.
hello, caller. Hello. Wait, we heard you.
Teleport him in, Panic.
Keep talking there.
Oh.
It's we can hear you, but it's choppy.
It's. I think it's a bad connection, caller.
He's trying. Hello, hello.
This is live. This is live radio.
Well,
This is live radio.
he'll
Right
Here,
here.
why don't
He
we?
can call back there.
Yes.
Well,
Hello.
We dropped it for now.
Okay, let's get to our next.
Well, wait.
news story.
Time out. Let's try this. No, never mind. He could call back.
Caller, you call back, and we promise we'll get to you after this next story. Ohio drivers urged to beware of a loose ostrich. You laugh, but this article comes from UPI, written by Ben Hooper.
Okay.
Last week we talked about the Bigfoot epidemic in Ohio, and the asteroid or the comet that blew up into the air, and now there's an ostrich. Why am I hearing myself?
I think because we took the call again here.
Oh, there's a caller on the air now?
Yeah. Hello.
hello,
There we go.
hello,
Caller, you're on the air.
You got your.
hello.
Yes, hi,
We
caller.
can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, but it came out really distorted the first time.
Yeah, we were choppy the first time there.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Steve, how you doing? Hey, this is John. How you doing, Bob?
Hey, John, how you doing?
Hey, it's good to hear from you.
Geez, Bob, you don't have to sound that excited about it. Hey, John, how you doing?
He's
Well,
excited.
I mean, come on, a little bit more excitement. I
A
would
little
say.
pep in your
Oh,
step,
hey
Bob.
there, John. How are you this
Hey,
evening?
Steve, there you go. Hey, Steve, I think last Thursday I was teleported to Big Frank Sausage,
Yeah.
and I don't know how I got back to the house either. Maybe, and I tell you, if you guys are going to look for Yezha tonight in Green River or whatever, count me out. Don't,
He takes a- he's
I
gotta
like
take
to
a
go
break
with you
again.
guys, but don't invite me to. And then the count will tell you the story after off the air about that. But there's some good stuff. Did you ever try it?
I have not tried it. I
Don't
have
do it
not- I
before a
have not
match.
tried it.
No.
Oh, my word. It's good
Well,
stuff.
okay. Well, you know what? Then I wouldn't mind going out with you and the accountant Bob and having a couple. Just with you, just a couple now.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. We'll
a couple.
be,
But
we'll
you
be
know how
proper.
that
We'll just
goes.
do a couple.
So anyway, this teleporting thing was a Chuck sent in.
Yeah, it was a Chuck story, right? There?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just none of. I mean, none of you guys ever heard of anything like that?
According to science, we are nowhere near teleportation. I mean, there's been several like conspiracies over the years that we have the technology for teleportation, but this is the director of FEMA saying that he teleported to a Waffle House. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit different than like the reports of like time slips and stuff.
Sure.
Which, you're you're still in the same location, but
Time is
it's
different.
times changed around you. This is slightly different. So, but I've never heard of actual teleportation before, which is
So he was actually at one location and ended up at this Waffle House
That
In
was
Georgia?
it. Yeah.
that's his story.
with no explanation how he got there. No idea.
Just says that he teleported.
Huh. Well, I don't know, Count. Maybe we better figure out what Chuck was drinking that night too. When he give you the
We got to
story.
figure out. Chuck maybe is teleporting here
But-
to the station if need be. But yeah.
But
it's a
anyway,
good
hey,
story.
nice to hear you back there, Steve, again, and Bob, you as always, and have a great show. I'll continue to listen.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be back here. Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Thanks for
and,
calling in.
Sure.
All right.
Take care.
There
Thanks,
we go.
Sean. Appreciate you.
And checking up on the chats too as well. Mr. Rob says, big back misuse of teleportation. Big back misuse of teleportation. He's calling them big backs, I guess. Also, it's Don. I can't shake him. He says Denny's over Waffle House.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair,
okay. Let me
Grand
please
Slams without the meat.
stop. Don't defend him.
That's not even a grand slam.
You get the vegetarian Grand Slam, which is the bacon, or not
That's
the bacon,
That's
the eggs,
that's
the
the
eggs,
bunt.
the eggs, pancakes.
Yeah, that's the bunt. That's not a grand slam. That's a bunt.
Is it really called the bunt when you get it without the meat?
I mean,
Or did you just
it's
make that up?
Just as unexciting as a bunt.
Oh my word!
And as for Don, of course he wouldn't know any better. One, he's never left the island because he's too scared to. Big fish, little fish, little pond. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have Waffle Houses out there. They have Denny's. I've eaten at Denny's late nights
In
in Hawaii. That's off the air.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, he's got his opinions. They're wrong, but he's got his opinions.
Would you like to hear about the ostrich now?
That's right. We were talking about the ostrich.
Yes, and listen.
This sounds like a Don Knotts film.
And why are there so many ostriches? Okay, now listen. Authorities in Ohio urged residents to use caution when an escaped ostrich was spotted running loose near a pair of roads. The Madison County Sheriff's Office said on social media that the ostrich was seen Monday in the area of Lafayette Plain City Road and Taylor Blaine Road in Monroe Township. Drivers were urged to use caution in that area to prevent injuries to humans and giant birds alike. The sheriff's office later updated the post that the ostrich has been safely captured and returned to its owner. Hashtag Panics Take.
Yeah, I mean, this is a happy ending at least. The ostrich has been taken back, but yeah, that could be turned into a movie, Bob. I think we gotta maybe call our Hollywood friends. We still have Hollywood friends, right?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. The reason I picked this story is because missing animals from zoos and circuses, oh, by the way, hashtag Steve Stick.
Yeah, I feel like what I'm going to say is going to lead into what you're about to say.
Yes.
I just kind of get this feeling. If it was late at night, dark road, side of the road,
Ohio.
what and you ostriches not native to Ohio.
Oh.
In case you didn't realize that, what would you think you saw?
I don't know.
I mean, this kind of is how cryptid stories.
Oh, this is exactly how cryptid stories start. I mean, you look at some of the cases of like the Phantom Kangaroo in Chicago, which is Jack Chavez is my favorite Jack Chavez story of all time. You have different stories of like the Crimson Ghost in Arizona, which is the Arizona, New Mexico, and the deserts around there, which are the phantom camels.
Right.
But a phantom ostrich is news. That's new. If you drove by and you seen an ostrich late at night just running along the side of your car and you're not expecting to see an ostrich, you might put two and two together and be like, I just saw some sort of creature.
Right. Exactly. And I think that's kind of an interesting side point to this is like, yeah, ostrich in and of itself not super spooky, but tangentially, this is how a lot of cryptid stories and a lot of legends get their base. And this show talks about legends. It's at the core of what Bob After Dark is as a show. This is how it starts.
Yep.
Is okay, assuming they never caught it, assuming they never saw it, that news article would read, "Man sees ostrich side of the road?" ?
Yep.
And then we would be talking about, well, is there a mysterious ostrich that is roaming the Ohio countryside?
Yeah, the were ostrich.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I would call it. I'd make up some nonsense being like, I saw the ostrich shoot lasers from its eyes.
Yeah, I mean, but that's how it is, though, right? Like the
I'm
light,
not lying.
the light would hit the ostrich eyes, and they'd be like, "It had glowing eyes, man." And then you're like, "Okay, well, there's this glowing-eyed ostrich. Maybe it's real. Maybe it's this weird monster that's a harbinger of death. Who knows?" But yeah, this is how it happens.
Absolutely. Finally, our last news story isn't new news. It's kind of old by a couple weeks. But I will never get a chance to talk about this ever again on the show. And that is my love for the concept of people making the video game Doom work on really weird and odd, mysterious, ways. Okay.
I know where this is going. I'm
going
seated
to
for
make this as very simple as possible for the folks out there that don't know. Doom is a very old video game where you go around in first person shooting demons in hell. That's it. That's the concept. There's no real plot to Doom. You just shoot demons with different guns.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
And
you're in a maze and you're just
that's it.
shooting demons.
Yep.
You collect coins or anything?
No, there's ammo and armor.
Yeah,
That's
you just
it.
shoot them.
That's it. Now, for whatever reason, over the past 20 years, people have been challenging themselves to make this game run on weirder and weirder and weirder things. I've seen people somehow make Doom work on McDonald's kiosks. I've seen them work on dot matrix printers. I've seen them work on pregnancy tests. However,
it's such a basic game that you can make it work on these things.
Exactly. However, this is the one time, in my opinion, that this is going to work in Bob After Dark terms. A petri dish of human brain cells is currently playing Doom.
Yeah, I saw this X-Files episode.
No, this is real. This is actually from The Guardian, written by Rich Paley, Pelley. Scientists in the U.S. have uploaded a fruit fly into a computer simulation, while an Australian lab has taught neurons on glass chip how to play a 90s video game. How long before we're all living in a sci-fi movie? That's the little headline there. It sounds like the opening to a sci-fi film, but U.S. scientists recently uploaded a copy of the brain of a living fly into a simulation. And San Francisco biotechnology company Eon Systems created a virtual insect that knew how to walk, fly, groom, and feed in its virtual environment. Researchers in Australia, meanwhile, have taught a petri dish containing 200,000 human brain cells to play the iconic 90s shooter Doom. One experiment was pushed a brain into a computer. The other has plugged a computer into brain cells. Both stories have hailed scientific breakthroughs, but have also sparked inevitable fears about the prospect of lab-growing humans and digital clones. Should we be concerned? I don't know if you ever seen Blade Runner, iRobot, or Ex Machina. Give the fill in the blank. It was the Australian startup Cortical Lab in Melbourne that taught a dish of lab-grown neurons to play Pong in 2022. Now it's built to described as the world's first code-deployable biological computer, running on living tissue rather than silicone chips, which is happily playing the 1993 shooter Doom. At first, it didn't know how to move, aim, or shoot, and it would shoot two enemies and stop, so it's definitely learning. And I don't know if that's the most terrifying line in this thing. It's definitely learning. In computer science nerdland, there's an obsession with getting Doom to run on everything from calculators to microwaves. Hong Wang Chong, CEO of Cortical Labs, tells over Zoom from Melbourne, as soon as we managed to get Pong work, the first people said is, when will you get Doom to work? The average brain contains about 86 BN neurons. Is that billion?
Billion.
Thank you. Appreciate that. 86 billion neurons and roughly 430,000 petri dishes worth. But how do you harvest 200,000 brain cells without resorting to a hacksaw or an ice cream scoop? There's my brain cells, actually, at least most of them are, Chung says proudly. There's no scraping for or brain extraction. It's a very cool technique that was developed by Professor Shinya Nakamura, who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2012. All you need is 10 milliliters of blood, in this case Chong's, from which 100 white blood cells can be harvested. These could be reprogrammed into induced, I don't know what that word is, STELSIMs or IPCS, the body's biological building blocks, which can be reproduced exponentially. Essentially, we reverse the biological clock back to an embryonic state and induce them with neurons and put them on a glass chip roughly the size of 50 pp's, explains Chong. There's a lot more jargon going on here, but we have the concept here is this biological clock, or this biological computer, is sending code to control Doom, and it's learning. Hashtag panics take.
Oh, man, this is getting out of control, Bob. Can't these scientists think of anything better to do? Oh, for some people, maybe this is. But the minds of these people, Bob, I mean, how does this even work out? I can't wrap my head around the math or the science of this all. I don't know about you, Steve.
Yeah, it's such a weird use of science, like, and medical science in particular. Like,
can't we cure cancer or something?
Yeah, I mean, like, literally what they did is they took these cells and basically reprogrammed them to become and to become these like brain cells, which is a miracle of science anyway. But for them to be like, hey, why don't we just see if we can make it play Doom, is like such a weird jump in my head. Like I mean, and the fact that it's learning is fascinating, because it shows that even these separated cells can function as the organ does as a whole. Really bizarre, really fascinating stuff. But it does show that we really don't know what the limits are yet of the human body, and what our cells can do.
Yeah, 100%. Count. Any follow-up to that?
I agree with Steve. I mean, Doom? I mean, at least maybe Pac-Man or something like that, you know?
It's just when they teach it how to do Galaga, wake me up.
There we go.
The Easter egg of trying to get 3 ships captured so you can use 3 ships at the bottom of the screen in Galaga. If we can learn how to do that, then we're in business.
If they can teach those cells how to do episode 1 Racer, I would be very happy. And I'd be like, oh, okay, I could pod race using these cells. But
my word. All right, Count, you ready to take a quick break?
We could do that, Bob.
All right. For our folks at home, stick around. We'll be right back. And to our podcast fans, you're about to be hearing words from a show that you should be listening to. Stay tuned. And we're back. Oh, hey there, Count and Steve.
Oh, hey, Bob.
oh, hey there, Bob.
Count, what'd you do during break?
I learned science, Bob.
You learned science.
And I am proud to say I now have a way to make Frogger a reality.
So explain it in a way where PETA will not get upset.
You just got to trust the science, Bob. I'm not going to explain it because I don't want PETA on my back, but there's a way where Frogger could be a reality.
Steve, what did you do during break?
Yeah, I was writing a list of all of the ways that Don Lee Jr. sucks.
Oh, is it 1,001 ways?
It's 1,002 ways.
Well, we got time.
actually.
Let's go through it all.
Yeah, we can go over it after we're off the air, but there's half of them I can't even say on the radio. We'd get a lot of fines.
I appreciate hearing that.
What'd you do, Bob?
You know, I took up a new hobby, guys. I am making gourmet popcorn now.
Gourmet pop?
Okay, what flavors?
You know, butter, cheese, and caramel.
Sweet.
So just basic flavor, just like your waffles.
How about bacon?
I'm a vegetarian. What good is bacon?
Bacon-flavored
popcorn?
popcorn? No.
Bacon flavored, like if it's not actual
Yeah,
bacon,
you could eat bacon
can't
flavored.
you have it? Or is it the essence of bacon?
It's probably the bacon itself would get me sick. I don't
Right,
know.
but if it was
How-
lab grown,
Lab-grown bacon? I don't-
like lab grown like bacon flavor.
that sounds like just
Can
bacon,
you-
friend.
Can you? But like if there's no meat in it, like you could do that, right?
I'm not gonna trust it.
I'm gonna DoorDash bacon flavor along with the Green River and the booze.
The booze. You know, Steve,
Yes, Bob.
I called you yesterday and I said, "Hey, you're defending your title coming up soon."
That I am.
And I have, when we're working out our April schedule, and I'm like, when do you leave for Hawaii for your defense? And it didn't work out. So it worked out today that you could come on, and because that Oos Pro Wrestling was so kind enough to let you come back home with this title belt and to show it off on the show, I figured we would do some Hawaiian lore this evening.
And I appreciate that you're doing that. There's so much fascinating legends, paranormal lure, paranormal activity that happens on those islands. It's like a wealth of information there. So as soon as you reached out, I immediately was like, yeah, let's do this. And I could force that little baby Don Lee Jr. to have to sit there and watch as I show off the title that he's never going to get.
He actually wrote a comment in the chat.
Of
by
course
the
he
way.
did.
He said, "Talk about you being in my head. Making a list for me sounds like the other way around."
It was just that easy. I could make a list of reasons why he's terrible in my sleep. That's how easy this is.
Oh man,
He is barely, I won't even say barely. He's not even fit to lace up my boots.
my word. That's
He
deep.
should be lucky that I agreed to this match. Okay? I could have said I don't want to. I'm a fighting champion, however. And I will defend against all comers. I've already defended this title once. I defended against Nova Kai right here.
And WJOB.
Right here in the area. I defended at Rocket Pro Wrestling in Joliet, Illinois. So I've already successfully defended my championship. Don Lee Jr. doesn't scare me. He doesn't realize that he just keeps poking the bear.
Yeah. Maybe I'll invite him to call back in. You think we could?
If you, it's your show, man.
Oh, well,
It's your show.
I just think
And
it's
I'm-
fair. I just think it's fair to get both ends of the story.
Okay. Do you know what? Yeah, I will.
But we're gonna get through some of the lore of the week here before we get to your anger, and we'll let them talk.
No,
Because-
however you want to do it. Look, man, it's your show. I'm just here.
Count,
I'm
you think
here
we
as a
can?
guest.
Count, you think
I'm
you
here
can
as a
handle
guest.
that?
Yeah, I'm looking at the phone line, so if something happens, I'll let you guys know.
Sounds good.
I bet he doesn't have the testicular fortitude to call in, Bob.
219-845-1100. That could go for any of you could call in, but specifically Don, if you want to call in and give a quick rub to Steve, that's totally up to you. If you have the, if you feel like calling in from Hawaii, That'd be pretty cool. So let's talk about
let's talk about business. Let's
yes.
actually get to
So there is a lot of interesting stories that come out of Hawaii, but nothing more terrifying than the night marchers. When I brought up to you that I wanted to do a Hawaii episode, one based on what's going on there, two, you're doing your big wrestling thing there. You were like, have you ever heard of the night watch marchers? And I said, no, admittedly, I have not. When it comes to Hawaiian lore, I know I've seen Moana, so I know like the bear. You laugh,
Yeah,
but it's
no, I know.
You
I
laugh,
know.
but it legitimately teaches you some Polynesian.
There's some Polynesian lore in there.
Yeah, exactly. There really is. So I've seen Moana, so I know a little bit about Maui and his demigodness and all of that. I know about pygmies. I know that they're the native cryptid around the island. I know there's an actual Bigfoot in Hawaii as well, but nothing is more terrifying than these night watchers.
And if
Night marchers,
the night marchers, and everything's full circle, right, Bob? So
Yes.
the reason I even found out about the night marchers is Oos Wrestling has a tag team who calls themselves the Night Marchers.
Oh, how fun!
Phenomenal tag team, great wrestlers. And I was like, wonder what the Night Marchers are. Like, it's clearly something that's local to the islands.
Sure.
Let me look into this. And I remember going back to the hotel that night, just Googling it on my phone, and then just went down this rabbit hole of information. And ever since then, I was like, this is one of the most fascinating legends, supernatural stories I've ever learned about. So
Yes.
I'm grateful we're doing this.
Now I'm going to give a deep apology before we begin to the native people of Hawaii that are going to be listening to this episode, because I am going to butcher your language. There was a I've
It's
listened.
tough. It's a tough language.
It is a
to
tough
get
language.
The pronunciation
I have
correct.
listened to podcasts to prepare me for this, and it's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do, because I know you're watching, I'm going to spell it. When there's a word I'm not going to attempt, I'm going to spell it. All right, so in Hawaiian lore, this is coming from Honolulu Haunts, which is a Honolulu ghost travel company like you would see anywhere else. In Hawaiian lore, the Night Marchers, or the Huaka I Po, Huaka apostrophe I P O swiggle, or Spirit Ranks, Oyo, O-I apostrophe O, are murderous shades, demons, revenants that haunt the island. They are rabid, galvanized specters of ancient Hawaiian fighters, heroes, and warriors. Legend has it that the night marchers spring forth from their burial sites or rise up from the sea on nights devoted to worshiping the Hawaiian god of the sea, Kanaloa, Kanaloa. They don their battle garb and march towards the classical Hawaiian battle sites or to other holy sites. Old-timers say that night marchers are normal-sized warriors dressed for battle, bearing lances, maces, and other classical Hawaiian weaponry. They are accompanied by a marching band beating on war drums and blowing tones through conch shells. The wind carries their song, and all who hear their advancing march meet a tragic end. The tale further states that the night marchers of Hawaii float as they cross into the night, but they vanish before dawn and leave no evidence of their visitations. All that is left is the dead and the missing that might have crossed their path. The night marchers travel in darkness right after sunset and march as an assembly of murderous wraiths until just before sunrise. Nothing stops them. Nothing is able to halt their mass. They are an unstoppable horde with intelligence and ferocity of the warrior spirit within. Now, you and I talked about this before the show. It is written here in research, so I'm getting up to a point, but it is in my research, and it has come from a source that wasn't ifunny.com, which is what you found. So
No, you did find this in a reliable source. And
So I'm going to continue
Like
reading.
Funny is a trusted source.
It's a trusted source. It comes from the actual people from there. So if this part of the lore is wrong, I am sincerely apologize, but I'm reading it from the lore that I researched from a credible source. Anyone living along the route who hears their chanting, their conch shell, or even their feet on the night wind must be cautious. Mortals must find refuge immediately, lay on the floor, and never look up towards the racket. They must avoid being noticed by the night marchers, otherwise harm or even death might be the reward. Ancient Hawaiian tenets assert that any mortal gazing upon or being viewed in defiance to the marchers will die horribly and violently. Some people declare that if they lay down on the ground, they will be forgiven and spared. Given proper respect, fear, and reverence to the night marchers is the only option you want to survive at night. Also, mortals can circumvent any harm or death from the night marchers by being lucky enough to have an ancient ancestor soldier within their family tree. If a night marcher encounters a family mortal, they'll call out "Nau," N-A-apostrophe-U, or mine in Hawaiian. They claim that soul, telling the procession that it's their property and not to harm them. Another way to avoid night marchers is by planting living tea or cordyline ferns, that's the word, sorry about that, folks, around the house. It's a powerful amulet said to keep evil spirits at bay. The old Hawaiian folklore. By the way, the thing that I was talking about was not in this article. It was in another article. So there's another way that you can get away from the night marchers. This comes to us from Mysteries of the Hawaii blog, mysteriesofhawaii.com, and they have a whole thing here about the written parts of stuff. So this is the bit. If you are unlucky enough to, as the sign is passed unheeded, your best chance of survival is trying to lay prone with your head down. And if you know it, you can chant your genealogy. However, and you laugh, other sources say that one can strip naked, urinate, and rub the liquid all over their body and hope the night marchers will find you just disgusting and not right in the head and will leave you alone. Look, I'm not doing this as a bit. I am not doing it to make fun of the story. I know it sounds wonky, but that's the lore that I got from the Mysteries of Hawaii blog, and these people have extensive articles written about what they do. So
about urinating on themselves.
No, we have a caller on the
We
line.
do, Bob. Let's take this call. I'm going to hit talk.
Hopefully they can hear us this
See
time.
what happens, and caller on the air.
Oh, hello, gentlemen, Bob and the Count.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill, how's
And
it
I think
going?
Well, I've been listening, but with all this basketball going on, I didn't know if you guys are on or not, but I figured tonight you'd be on.
Yeah, March Madness, I think Sweet 16 starts Thursday, so we're good. We have a little break in basketball right now.
Well, we did, yeah. Like I say, I'm enjoying the show, and hello to Steve over there, and congratulations to you.
Thank you. It's good
I'm
to hear
sure
from you.
Well, yeah, but is there any hauntings going on in East Chicago, or that you know of, or?
Well, besides,
Your old church where you went to, not where you went to school, but what's the church that says they have the headless nun?
well, St. Stan's. But
St.
Bill knows about
Stan's.
St. Stan's. We talked to Bill about St.
yeah,
Stan's.
that's St. Stan's.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be a gentleman there. I don't know the story I heard where he was painting and he fell off the scaffold and he passed. And every so often we used to have meetings upstairs, and every so often you'd smell paint.
Well, see.
So-
how do you explain that, Bill?
I mean, I smelled it a couple of times. I don't know what to say.
And,
And Con, I hope you find your cape. I didn't
Yeah.
take it now, all right?
No. Well, the problem here, Bill, is it's not just the cape. It's the whole drawer that had the cape in it is missing. So
Oh, the whole drawer is
if
gone.
I could locate the
Oh,
drawer,
well.
I bet the cape is still intact. I better check the dumpster out front, by the way, just in case. But we'll
Yeah.
see.
I mean, but other than that, besides, St. Stanza, I don't know if there's a few others, but I haven't, it's been quiet. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Club Cuyahoga stories, right? And
Well, you got Club Cuyahoga. I mean, I used to go in there after I used to umpire there, and I go in for a pop, so.
yeah, some spirits.
So other than that, but like I say, I'm enjoying the show, and you guys take care, and I'll be listening. Okay.
Thanks, Bill.
right,
Appreciate you
Bill.
calling
Called
in.
All right, no problem.
All right,
All right.
Take care.
Take
Thank you,
care.
Bill.
Thank you.
All right, so the whole thing behind the Night Marchers is talking about protecting Hawaiian royalty. In old Hawaiian folklore, the laws held that the body parts of a king or chief were sacred and cannot be seen by commoners. The penalty for viewing their dead bodies was always instant death. Protecting this kapu, or Hawaiian taboo, is why witnessing the Night Marchers' ghastly parade is punishable by death. Common people were not allowed to lay eyes upon these godlike rulers, but the dedication these Hawaiian warriors have for their rulers extends even further than that. A Hawaiian king or chief, known for being enamored with music, would be honored with the drumming and chanting. If the honored, meanwhile, loved the sound of silence, the march... This is terrifying. And then the march would walk with cat's feet like through the island. So just imagine these things just walking silently. Likewise, if the warrior valued peace, then the march would spare mortals it might cross. Furthermore, Hawaiian gods are often present during these marches, and if a god is present, the night marchers or torches are said to burn brighter and their fanfare more electric and magical. The night marchers uphold a testament to their duty to protect their sacred lands, as they have been spotted all across the Hawaiian lands. They are tethered to the island's rulers they are served under and march these same paths eternally. Common places is the Oahu Pali Highway, the Kamehameha School campus, and
Kamehameha.
Thank-
It was a king.
Thank
Here's
you.
one of the rules,
I
yes.
appreciate it. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here, I'll let you look at that.
No, it's fine.
No.
You're doing great.
Kamehameha School's campus on Kapalama on Oahu.
Yeah.
Uh,
Kualoa Ranch.
Yep, there we go. In the Windward Coast. That's in French, isn't it? La Perouse Bay in the area of Ahihai Kinu? AHIHI-K.
Kino.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Area in the National Preserve in South Maui. I got that one. The
You
town
nailed
of Kanuakaki,
Kanuakaki.
Kanuakaki and Molokai. Lele on Oahu and NU''UANU Poly Lookout are some of the different places that they are supposedly found to be marching. Thank you for the help, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to be of service.
Yes, I have butchered many a language on Bob After Dark over the years. Butchered many a language.
And now you have butchered Hawaiian.
I have. While your prospective Hawaiian opponent is watching the show right now, being like, "Ooh boy, maybe I shouldn't call into this show."
No, I mean you did good, and those are, it's interesting some of these locations. I mean, because you'll see them coming from the mountains, right?
Yeah.
And so it's seeing the torches and hearing from the conch as they're marching towards, and that's it's really a terrifying thing when you think about it, Bob.
Oh, it is. By the way, I want to give a quick shout out to Legends of the Pacific Polynesian Lore podcast. They're fantastic. That was actually the episode I listened to get me prepared for this, and I still butchered the language horribly. So I am very sorry to the gentleman that runs that podcast, but thanks for doing this episode.
You know what's one of the interesting things about it is that there's still a fairly common superstition on the islands that you don't whistle at night.
Which is interesting because that's also lore that you have in Appalachian on the other end of in mainland.
Yes, the belief is that it basically it will summon the night marchers if you whistle at night, and as a result you just don't do it. Again, whistling at night that's one of those superstitions that traverse globally for multiple different things.
Right.
But that I found interesting. I found an interesting video from a researcher
Okay.
regarding this, because a lot of this is just lure, right?
Yeah.
This is from an investigator on Molokai, a family that lived on Molokai, which was mentioned as one of the places where they've been seen. So it's this boy would be seen sitting in his room, staring at this one corner in his room, and just sitting there. And his dad eventually, after this was going on for a while, his dad eventually asked him, "Well, what are you seeing?" And the boy said, "Oh, I'm talking to this old Hawaiian man in the corner." And his dad was like, "Okay, well, what is he wearing?" And he told him he was wearing dungarees and boots. So he was like, "Okay, well, let's move some stuff into the corner and just kind of avoid this."
Sure.
Because that's a very strange thing if your child comes and does that. After they moved things, every night around 8 o'clock, this boy would then, the dad would see this boy walking out of his room like this, like he was holding a hand, and walk into the hallway and walk down the hallway. This happened night after night after night. So eventually the father called a kahuna, which is basically like a traditional Hawaiian priest.
Sure.
To oversimplify it. And he walked around the house. He walked around the outside, went inside, walked around on the inside, and went to the child's room eventually, and didn't go into the room, looked at the corner and said, "I want you to know there's a old man buried in that corner of the room. But don't be worried, he's protecting him." And so the father was like, "What do you mean he's protecting him?" And he said, "Your house is in the path of the night marchers' path.
Ooh.
And they are coming down from the mountains through the ocean, and their path grows straight through your house." And he was like, "You mean just down the hall?" He was like, "No, it goes through your house. He's protecting your child from the night marchers, and he is making sure that he doesn't go with them." He was like, "All you need to do is just put everything back the way it was. You put everything back the way it was. The night marchers won't be angry. He won't have to protect him from the night marchers. Everything will be fine." Sure enough, moved everything back to the way it was, and the kid never walked out of the room again with it, stopped talking to the person, and it was resolved. Absolutely fascinating that what is a traditional paranormal case, a traditional haunting style case, directly linked to these night marchers and their direct path that they had to take from the mountains to the ocean.
That talk about being buried on like haunted ground. You know, people say here mainland being buried on like native burial ground. Imagine your entire house being on not burial ground, but an entire marching field of the undead.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
essentially what it is. But when the Kahuna said, hey, he's this, whoever your child's talking to is not here to hurt him. He's actually protecting your child from these night marchers. And if your child was to leave, that's it. Absolutely fascinating stuff from an investigator standpoint.
What do you think, Count?
One thing I want to point out with the whistling, I don't know how to whistle, so
so you're good.
I'll be fine. I can't whistle in dark, but the Hawaiian. I mean, you figure the islands have so much lore alone. I mean, for cryptids and haunted, spooky things. So, I'd never been to Hawaii, Steve.
You should go. It's great.
Maybe I should go for the investigations alone.
You should go. It's great. It's.
Have you ever done a ghost tour while you were in the Hawaii?
I haven't. It's on my list.
Yeah.
Amazingly, I haven't.
Okay.
Investigating in Hawaii.
Yeah, it's a great place. The people are fantastic. The islands are absolutely gorgeous. The only downsides are from here it's a while to get there.
Yeah,
and you
drive.
got and Don Lee Jr.'s there.
You have mentioned Don Lee, correct? I'm pronouncing that correctly. Don Lee. Don, I've heard your name get brought up quite a bit during the show tonight. So I'm inviting you to call back one more time. Steve, it's only fair.
No, do you know what? It's fine.
It's
fine. No,
I figured
I get it. I understand.
I will let him.
I understand.
Maybe he won't call in.
He probably won't.
If you want to call in, by the way, folks, our
time
phone
is it in
number is
Hawaii?
219. What's that?
What time is it in Hawaii?
It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. He's probably shoveling his face full of food. It's,
Also about Hawaii, if the Brady Bunch has taught us anything, it's not to pick up a tiki.
No.
that is a fair point too.
Don't do that
Yeah,
either.
there's a lot of things. Don't bring home lava rock. That upsets Pele.
Yes, don't do that because Pele will knock you out.
That's a very real thing. Yeah.
What is the black sand? Is the lava rock, right, or is that something different?
It is lava.
Okay.
But like if you go and see the volcanoes,
Yeah.
like you leave everything.
Right. I don't think he's calling in, Steve.
We should get Bob to Hawaii. Wait, hold on.
Oh, we have a caller.
Time out. I'll take a call here. Let's see.
Getting
All right,
disgruntled.
Bob. I think we have a caller. Here.
Caller, you're on the air.
Steve.
Oh my God.
So tired of you, Steve.
Is this Don?
I don't understand what you have against me.
This is Don.
I don't know what you have against me, Steve. This is Don.
Oh, hey, Don. How's it going? How's Hawaii?
Shut up, Bob.
Oh, I was just curious.
for you,
How's
Bob.
he doing? He
For you,
called.
I know
Bob,
you're. I know
For the
you're
most
doing your
part,
job,
everything
but-
is better. Everything is better.
That's good. That's good. All my
there's still
our
some
thoughts and prayers
rebuilding
are
in
going out
some
to the
areas.
islands right now and all of that stuff, and we're going to make sure we share the.
To everyone but you, Don.
Jesus. Christ. Oh boy, Don, I'll.
Steve, you love this, Steve. You just love dogging on me. You just love that, don't you?
Look, I don't love doing it, but it's real easy. It's real easy, Don.
Real easy. It ain't gonna be easy April 2nd, Steve. I'm sick of you. I'm done with you. April 2nd, it's done. Me versus you for that world championship and my Corona Intercontinental Championship. You can say whatever you want. You can say I'm green. You can say I'm young. You can say I'm easy. You can say anything, but the second that you disrespect my dad, that's the farthest you're going to take it. April 2nd, whatever I got to do, I don't care. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to make sure that you're on the ground for that 3 count.
Don, I I want you to know, and I say this as sincerely as I can. I am not going to be proud of the things that I have to do to you when you make the mistake of getting in the ring with me. I am not going to be proud that your father, your broken down father,
Whoa.
is going to have to watch you get carried out of that ring while I stand over your carcass, holding both the Unify World Championship and your Corona Premier Intercontinental Championship. I'm not going to be proud of it, but I'm absolutely going to do it. Because what you don't understand, Don, is this isn't a game to me. This isn't my weekends. This isn't a 50-mile kind of deal. This is my career, my livelihood. I'm already getting paid so much more now that I won this. Once I become double champion at Oos Pro Wrestling is going, and I refuse, Don, to stop me from that. It's just business, kid. And the sooner you realize it, the sooner you will grow.
Do you have a rebuttal to that, Don?
Steve, April 2nd, it doesn't matter what happens, man. What does matter is my legacy. April 2nd, you can do whatever you want, but over my dead body, do you think for just 1 second that I'm going to let you lay over me and get that 3? Hell no. No chance. April 2nd. Blind Brian.
I'll see you
Whatever
there,
I
Don.
got to do. If I die in that ring, it is what it is. But at least I know I put in my 100%.
And
With Steve, it don't matter, Steve. It really doesn't matter to me anymore. You crossed the line. And I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of your disrespect.
Don, I will see you there. I will see you there.
Thanks.
I
For,
hope
All right,
you're
Bob,
ready.
I think we should cut it right.
thanks for calling in, Don. We appreciate you. Well, I appreciate Don.
All right.
Well, I shouldn't say I appreciate Don, but I appreciate giving like somebody a chance to talk. You know, it's not fair to only take one viewpoint. I work in radio, for crying out loud. I have to have both viewpoints. It's for ratings.
You want ratings, Bob?
I love ratings. Ratings
Do
are great.
Do you want ratings?
Yes, I'd love ratings. Be careful. We're on the FCC list.
I can give you ratings right now, Bob.
Oh, we're good. But it's important. It's important to get both viewpoints.
Well, you got his viewpoint.
I did.
You heard his what will soon be his famous last words. And I hope you're happy, Bob, because you just threw a match on this already volatile situation. So now
How did I throw a
it's
match?
not on me. See, you gave him the opportunity to talk. You gave him a direct line of communication to Steve Michaels.
You came on public radio.
You told him to call. So now what results from him calling in is no longer on my hands, Bob. That's on your hands.
Don't
That's
agree
on-
with him.
I'm just
That's
saying.
on
maybe,
Panic's hands as well for putting the call
That's
through.
true. That's yeah.
I'm sorry we had to do this, Bob. I'm sorry
It's okay.
I had to cut you down. This is my life.
To to loosen the situation, Vixen Chat wants to know if you'll be enjoying some spam masubi.
Musubi, and yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Bob, you got to get that right.
Yes, that's Vix wants says loves spam and miss Honolulu. So
yeah, it's stop at Musubi Cafe every time. If they want to sponsor me, I will happily take that sponsorship. That's I have not got a single trip without stopping to get spam musubi. I love it.
all right.
Bob, I don't know where you're going to go from there. I mean,
But you know what? Take another break. Take another commercial break.
No, we're
We got time.
We're about
Just
to
take the
end the
break.
show.
That's fine.
we're about to end here.
That's fine.
We're about to end in a moment.
Oh, okay.
Do you have anything else to add to the Night Marchers?
No, I mean it's to try and get back on track. I'm sorry, I'm still a little thrown off here, Bob.
It's okay. Oh, look.
Still a little bit hot about all that. Night marches are such a unique phenomenon to those islands. The type of paranormal activity that happens across the Polynesian islands is something that, I mean, you could dedicate multiple shows to. I'm grateful we got a chance to talk about this and to talk about what they do. Yeah.
Absolutely. Count.
Yeah, Bob.
Any closing words on the Night Marchers of Hawaii?
Fascinating, Bob. Fascinating episode. I mean, ended a little weird there, and I promise I'm going to look for my cape.
Excellent. I have something to announce because, well, usually I go last on Shameless Plug Day.
Go
Yeah,
go ahead. It's your
Bob.
show.
Okay, I have officially, as of today, I have been booked to speak at the Wisconsin Cryptids and Paranormal Convention. That would be May 8th in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.
Good old Fondy.
Fondy. I will be in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin for the Wisconsin Cryptids and Paranormal Convention. I will have a booth there selling merch along with the brand new t-shirt line of Paranormal.
The Northwest Indiana Bears shirts.
No, the apparel normal.
Oh, okay.
That's my.
How much are the Mothman meet and greets going for there? Is there just like a
Well, I mean,
autograph-
Mothman's not
is
going
there
to
an
be
au-
there.
Okay. Is there an autograph, photo, and then combo deal?
No, it's
like-
just Mothman's not going to be there.
Okay. Okay, pal.
I'm going to be there talking about Mothman.
Gotcha.
So that's currently that's my big announcement today. Shout out to our friend Barnaby from CAPS, the runs the Wisconsin Cryptid Paranormal Convention and has a cryptid podcast that's name slips my mind right now. So sorry, Barnaby. But shout out to him for booking me for that. So you guys will see me there on May 8th. For all we're Wisconsin fans, I'm making my triumphant return.
Mars Cheese Castle.
Mars Cheese Castle, yes. Get a Bloody Mary with all the fixings.
Bacon.
Also, if you are in the greater Chicagoland area and you work at a haunted bar, reach out to me at bob@bobafterdark.com. I'm compiling a list of haunted bars through the greater Chicagoland area because if everything goes correct here, folks, I'm working on my first book.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm. That's the. We're at the beginning, earliest stages of it, but it's Spirits and Spirits, a pub crawl, a paranormal pub crawl through Chicagoland. So from Northwest Indiana all the way to the Wisconsin border, haunted bars that you yourself could go to and have a cocktail at while dealing with a ghost story.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've seen many a ghost drinking Malort. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I thought we used Malort to ward off evil spirits.
It's whatever you want it to be. You drink enough of it, and you'll see Bigfoot.
Also, April 19th, folks, you'll see me at the Hopped Brewery in Huntley, Illinois for their metaphysical market. I will be a guest there Slocking merch and signing autographs. So you guys could see me there April 19th. Those are my two big appearances that I have booked right now. That's just kind of out there. So yep, 2 appearances: Huntley, Illinois, and Fond du Lac.
Good for you, hitting the big towns.
Their town, Steve.
They're major. Look, half these listeners are from Hawaii. They don't know. These are the big. You're hitting the big cities, Bob.
You know, Hawaii has not a paranormal con, but they do have an anime con called Kawaii Con.
They have. Yeah, I've been there during it. I haven't gone. They have multiple. They have a Comic-Con too.
You know, if the local Hawaii Comic-Con wants to book a speaker, I'll come in and talk about whatever they want me to, just so I can get a chance to say I've been to Hawaii.
It's a beautiful state. It really is. Yeah, I've put that state over a ton tonight, haven't I?
You have.
It's
Well, it's
a
important.
beautiful state.
Yes. All right, Count.
Yeah.
Do you have anything closing words for the audience or something you want to plug?
Unlike Dennis Stamp, Bob, you are getting booked.
I don't get
That's
it.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm
No,
not booked, Terry.
I'm not booked.
I'm not booked, Terry.
That's good. That's a good.
I can picture Bob going around. I'm not booked.
I can tell you, Bob, when he's not here, is just jumping on a trampoline with weights and just saying, "I got to keep in shape." I don't know when the next investigation's going to be, and I gotta be ready to carry those cases up some steps.
I'm not booked.
Not booked, Terry. Steve, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Always,
Obviously, our big ones in April in Oos Wrestling.
absolutely. April 2nd at Hawaiian Brian's in Honolulu, Hawaii. Oos Wrestling. I will be defending and retaining my Unify World Championship against Don Lee Jr. And his Corona Premier Intercontinental Championship. Title versus title. 2 champions walk in, 1 champion walks out with two belts. I've already gotten a larger suitcase, so I'm ready for this one. Because he's a little baby, like I've said. Anyway, April 11th, Steve Michaels will be back here in the Chicagoland area at Rocket Pro Wrestling. Always a great show. RPW does some great things at St. Joseph Park. That's an early show. Doors are at 4, bells at 5. You'll be out of there in time to still get dinner. And then Steve Michaels makes his triumphant return to 907 Wrestling up in Anchorage, Alaska on April 25th for Arctic Comic-Con. I wanted to get the name exactly correct.
I didn't get booked for Arctic Comic Con.
Oh, Steve Michaels got booked.
Oh, okay.
Steve Michaels got booked over Bob.
I mean, I didn't apply,
So,
but
yeah, I mean it's 907 is doing a show live at Arctic Comic-Con, putting on some matches for everyone there. It's included with your ticket. Go check that out. Again, another fantastic roster of guys. So go check that out. And then once again, as we stated kind of at the start of this show, it'll be in the show notes later. If you're able to, please make a donation to the Hawaii Community Foundation. It's hawaiicommunityfoundation.org. They're doing a lot of things to help with all the flooding across the islands. And any help would be appreciated for those that are in need, for the businesses that are in need out there. So that's what I got tonight. And just on a personal note, Bob, I appreciate you having me on this show once again, and it's always a pleasure.
absolutely. All right. On behalf of myself and Count Panic, we just want to say goodnight to all of you, and to Steve Michaels. On behalf of him, he just wants to say to that little dweeb. That's a good name. For
Yeah,
him, right?
I like it.
Little dweeb. We'll see if he can take your belt away.
He's not. But I no, he's not.
It's okay.
He's not.
All right. Good night, everybody. And to my mom, I just want to wish you sweet dreams. Dad, wherever you are in the universe, I hope you're comfortable doing whatever it is that you want to be doing and happy. And to Tiff, wherever you are in the world, I hope you have the sweetest dreams to them all. Good night, everybody. And remember, the two most important rules of Bob After Dark are not all who wander are lost, and as above, so below. Until next time.